with Shans and Debs. I'm Shans.
And I'm Debs.
Okay guys, so in this video we are going to be doing the couples tag, and I feel like we've never done any video like this before. Like, we've never done this couples tag. It was supposed to be a video that we should do when we just started the channel, but I don't think we were like so openly in a relationship when we just started YouTube
or comfortable
enough to do something like this.
Yeah.
So we are going to be doing a couples tag, get to know us kind of vibe. So we have our little Moscato here with us.
It's actually nice.
It's nice.
Nice and sweet. And I have
Ooh,
the
yes,
questions.
it's nice. Yeah, babe has the questions.
Yeah.
So
ready?
Yes, ready. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. Okay, and share this video with a friend, a family. Yeah, Anyway, let's go.
All right. First question: who said "I love you" first?
So first of all, this question was very debative about who said "I love you" first.
Yeah.
But we came down to the nitty-gritty and found out who really said "I love you" first. Who said "I love you" first?
Me.
Yes, she said "I love you" first, but I didn't hesitate to say "I love you" too, because
All right, so the next one: when did we have our first big argument and how did we resolve it?
Alright.
That one, yeah.
So we're not even gonna come on the camera and pretend like we never yet have big arguments, because we have had many in the beginning of our relationship. So I don't know what the first big argument was. Do you remember?
Like thinking way back to 3 years ago.
Yeah. She can't find the first big one, because I tell you, we did used to bicker about everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
In the beginning, we had
Everything.
quite a few in that first year.
Yeah, we were bickering about everything. But what about the one you were talking about, like
At the beach?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So this is one that I remember, which would have been the first. So we went to the beach in Portland, and I feel like this would have been our first time going to the beach together.
That was the first time.
Yeah.
For us going to the beach.
So Shanice just kind of got in this mood, like after we left the beach. So first of all, I feel like we were driving around to a lot of places because it was during the pandemic and all the beaches were closed and there was a lockdown and all of that. So I feel like we went to St. Anne and then we went to
St. Mary.
St. Mary. We drove from St. Anne to St. Mary, and then we were at like our third beach stop. And we went to the beach and everything, and I thought it was a good day, and I'm sure Shanice thought it was a good day too. But she just kind of got in this mood with me, and I was like, what is happening here? I communicate your feelings. Like, you can't just get in a mood with me and not communicate if I've done nothing wrong. And by the way, guys, babe, don't remember, she has no recollection.
I cannot remember this argument or this disagreement that we had. So I don't think that was our biggest thing.
It was big. It was pretty big. Like,
So how did we resolve that then?
The weird thing about it too is that you may have remembered it last year, but you don't remember it now.
Oh, that's crazy.
So how did we resolve it? Like, we spoke about it. We were like, I expressed how I felt about the situation. Like, I've never encountered this before, and Shanice told me that, like, well, she at the time she wasn't really used to expressing her feelings when she does get into a mood. Like, she's more accustomed to people being like, oh, Shanice just miserable, or oh, leave her alone, she's soon all right. But I'm not used to that. I'm used to talking about it and saying what is happening, what's wrong, discussing it and processing it through.
That's what you remember. And I remember the one when I was in St. Anne, when my dad was in Jamaica and we were in St. Anne, and I don't remember how it started, but then it was in Kingston. I went to visit my dad in St. Anne, and we had a little argument about what were we arguing about again? Oh, I had my ex blocked at the time, and then I unblocked the person or something like that. I don't remember. It was based off that, and then I didn't communicate that with you, and so I think that was probably one of. And then so I came from St. Mary. I went from St. Mary, and I went to Kingston, and we had a whole argument about it, and
like commitment and
yeah,
like you don't want this. You
yeah,
don't really
they were
want
serious,
this.
and she feel like I wasn't serious, taking it serious. So
Flip flopping.
yeah, so we had to like talk about that and talk about, you know, setting boundaries and communicate everything with each other and not hide anything from each other, and you know, just be real and transparent and all of that. So yeah, we had our few sets of arguments back then, to be honest.
So those were the first two that we both remember.
Yeah. Let's turn on the AC. If when they hear the noise, guys, it's the AC.
Yeah,
The time is very, very
so
hot.
hot.
Give us a minute.
The
So
AC
we're
is
back.
quiet.
Yeah,
so
the AC is
fine.
quiet, so we're fine.
Alright, so next question.
Guys, bear with us. It's very hot.
Next question. What was the most romantic gesture we have done for each other? You first.
Me first? Okay. So, most romantic thing. Like, she's done a lot of romantic things for me. It might be recently when you send the roses to my workplace.
Okay, that's the latest one.
That's the latest one. So she sent me roses on my plant right here.
Oh, it's featuring Lola.
Lola
the palm.
Lola the palm. Yes. So I think that was really sweet of you to do, and I felt like that was romantic, you know, because you thought about it. She knows how I feel about when my roses are dying. Like, I get so sad because I don't want them to die.
Yeah.
So she thought about the plants, like it won't die as quick as the roses. Hopefully I won't kill it any at all because I'm not for killing plants. But yeah, I'm gonna take care of Lola the palm and she'll be fine. So that's the most recent, and I felt like that was very romantic.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
For me, it was when I was having a hard week. And Shanice made like a whole movie setting, and she in the living room. Yeah, that's the one that always stand out for me. She moved the mattress come out in the living room and sheets and everything, and she ordered my favorite pizza and snacks, all my favorite snacks and candy and wine and everything, and basically made and a sign. There was a sign.
Oh yeah, there was a
too.
sign. That's a welcome to her at home movie.
Yeah, she always
Relax.
sign like a relaxation setting. Oh, and before you did that, you made like a foot bath soap thing, like a foot spa thing. So that was really thoughtful and romantic, and that's what I remember. Yeah.
Aww. Yeah, I feel like that.
Yeah, that was really thoughtful.
Aww. Next one, guys.
What is your favorite meal that I cook?
Should I go first?
So I'm not like a chef. I'm a breakfast chef, guys.
Yes, you
I've
are.
been saying that all day. I'm a breakfast chef. So I fry stuff very well.
She makes a really good omelette. She
yeah.
makes a really good omelette. And yeah, I think we've actually mentioned that before in some of our videos. Yeah. She makes a really nice omelet.
That's your
Breakfast
favorite.
stuff. Yeah. That's my favorite. You're not really a chef, babe. And you don't really
I'm a
cook-
breakfast chef.
Yeah, but you don't really cook that big meal, so I have
Yeah.
to stick to the breakfast stuff.
Yeah. The omelette, she loves my omelette, guys.
I do.
Yeah, I'm good at that. For me, it is fried chicken and stewed pork. That is my favorite. Like,
Really?
yeah. So she cook fried chicken and stewed pork. Well, stewed pork for me for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was really good.
Wow.
That's
It was so
like
good she
really
requested
good.
it the following Sunday.
Yes, it's awesome. Yeah. So that's what it is: the fried chicken and stewed pork.
Take notes, boo.
what did we do for our first date?
So our first, listen, I feel like we have two different
First date.
first date thing, because I feel like my
Mhm.
first date is when you asked me out on an official date, and so
Oh,
for me that is
okay.
AC Hotel. When you say
Okay.
we're having date night tonight and
Oh
date
yes,
first and
that
whatever.
was actually our first date,
Date
like a
date.
date night. So yeah, because we met in the pandemic and there weren't a lot of places to go.
Right.
And I remember AC was one of the few places that remained open and was kind of open consistently
Right.
in that year. So yeah, you remember AC, but I remember the first time we went out.
That was in Ochi.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we went to Ochi, that seafood
Was it
village that
Dave-
Dave
Lobster Dave's
Lobster
place?
Dave's
Oh.
is at. So we went there
And we had seafood.
and we had seafood. Yeah.
And then we walked by the beach.
Yes. So that was the first kind of outing, apart from the first time we met. You know, we
Yeah.
drive around the place, you know,
Trying to
randomly,
find, yeah.
trying to find places that were open in
Mhm.
2020.
Yeah.
Summer 2020. But the seafood place was, for me, our first date.
Date.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, because she never tell me say, we're going on a date. Like she just come pick me up and we went there. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I guess it's a date. It would have been our first.
Yeah.
But my mind is telling me it's the first time you asked me out on a date,
Okay.
which was AC Hotel.
Yeah. Where did we have our first kiss?
So I kissed her first.
Yes.
I made the move because honestly, I was in the car thinking to myself. Also, our first kiss was in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
First time we kissed was in Portland. We went to get patties actually.
Yeah.
And no lies, you stopped and got me
Oh.
soup because I wasn't feeling well or something like that.
Yeah.
And you got me the soup. And me telling
She
me
have
to drink the
gas.
soup, but I have gas. I was drinking the soup, and while drinking the soup, I was like, oh, this girl lips. I don't know why I was focusing on your lips. Like, you know, I don't know why I was focusing on your lips.
Mm-hmm.
And I just finished with my soup, and then I was like, I want to kiss this girl, but is she gonna kiss me first? But you know what? I cannot wait, so I just leaned over and kissed her, and then we stopped to get patty. And then we just started kissing her again. Remember, we were partying,
Yeah.
right? I think the beach really has a lot to do with our relationship because we were
Yeah.
partying in front of the beach.
Yeah.
And we just started kissing again.
Portland, yes.
So I mean,
remember
really
that.
kissed her first.
Yes.
She was trying to be this person who is not. I don't want to be the
Yeah,
pretty
you know
girl.
what?
I
Yeah,
don't want to feel like
I never
say
wanted
that's
to
the
feel
reason
like,
why you
oh,
come.
I come here and I
Just
have
to
to
kiss me.
jump down your throat pan like in the first hour of meeting you.
But it wasn't the first hour, babe. We drove for 1 hour and I kissed you after that. So it was like in the first 2 hours.
Yes, the first two.
Big difference.
But yeah, that's what it was. We were in the car in Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our first kiss.
Yeah. What is the key to our strong relationship?
So I feel like we have a strong bond because of how we communicate. And to be honest, I wasn't this person who would communicate how I feel, and I still do struggle with that. But I feel like
Chinese
you,
is the bad man.
shut up. I feel like you kind of help me to verbalize what I am feeling, and so I think that's what really helped us a lot. Like we communicate how we feel with each other, and we try our best, even though sometimes it's hard to do so. We still try. What do you think?
I think that, and I feel like we always say communication, and which is true and stuff. I think that, and you have to have this level of commitment. So it have to be like,
And
all
that
right,
too.
me I work on this. We're working on
it,
this.
yeah.
And we're gonna, improve and grow together.
And I feel like we have done that like in the past, like because even when we used to like argue and bicker back in the day, it was so hard for us to like come to an agreement. So what we did was that we would write down the things that we don't want each other to repeat and,
And the
see
things
how
that
we
we want, yeah.
Mhm.
And see how we're going.
fix it and how we're
Fix it,
going to
yeah.
work on it. And yeah, and we even took a week, like a week break. I don't know if it was like a break or whatever, but it was really like to do an introspection to
Yeah.
see, and then we came back with a list of things
Yes.
that was so sweet. We came back with a
reflection
list
of
of
our-
reflection and saying what we can do to change XYZ and what we won't do and whatever. And we're open to therapy too. So individual stuff to work on your individual self and as a couple and whatever. So those are
It's
things
very
that I
important.
think we try to do. We don't really like to tell people our business,
Mhm.
like
We're
like
very
that.
private in that
Yeah.
way.
But if we have to talk to a friend to get a third, like an outside perspective,
Right.
we will do that. Just to get an eye so we can calm down. Because when you eat it, sometimes
Sometimes when you're vexed, you can't hear
think
nothing.
straight.
You can't hear, you know what I
Mhm.
mean.
Yeah, but
Sometimes
that's
you can't hear what your partner is trying to say. You're not listening like that. So sometimes you need to
to listen.
talk to listen and to talk to somebody who really cares about you.
Yes,
They
so
can
that-
get the wrong advice.
Exactly.
from people and you
So you can talk to your therapist if you have one, or somebody you really trust. Don't just talk to any random person, because sometimes people see a thing and they really don't want your thing to flourish, so they will tell you any kind of foolishness.
Or not only that, like people can really mean the best for you, but
Or that too, babe.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
that
can
too.
really mean the best for you, and then it's for instance like your relative. Sometimes if your sister coming and talking to you about somebody who hurt her, like as a sister, you automatically are like, who hurt you?
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
That's
So
what you say. You need
that
an
may not
unbiased,
be right, an
person
unbiased,
as well.
trustworthy
Person.
person or a neutral party to kind
Right.
of sound off, so you can be more objective
Mhm.
about, you know, your decisions and stuff like that. So yeah, I think those are the keys
For us, I don't know what works for
us.
you,
Right.
but
right.
I mean, you can take a page,
Yeah. How do we balance our work and personal life?
Well, recently that has been, I don't know, it's like we kind of have this thing now where we think that even though work is hard and work is tiring and after work you're so tired, it's like you still don't want work to be the main focus of
your
your
life,
life, so you
yeah.
don't have a personal life.
Right. So at one point, I would maybe not go out because I have work the next day. But now I am actually prioritizing,
Doing
my personal life and my work-life balance. So that's not to say that work isn't important, but
It is.
you really have to prioritize
Or
that
make an
balance
effort,
and
yeah,
make an effort
to do personal things, because I feel like for us it's really making an effort to like get up and do it and say that, you know what, we have to try to have fun, because without work you can't do the things you really want to do.
Yeah.
So work is definitely important, but at the same time you want to maintain that fun part so that you just don't feel like you're working and you're not seeing anything like fun stuff while working.
And you're not recharging. You need that time to kind of shift gears to something else. And recharge.
And I saw this meme the other day, like, the stoplight, it has red, green, and the orange. And it's like they put it in the battery form. So they said that don't wait until you're here to recharge, which is on the E. Wait until you're like in the orange, the middle. Don't wait until you're on red to recharge. So, sometimes you have to just try to, you come home from work, you're tired and whatever, but it's really the effort and knowing that, man, I just try and go. And when you go out, you really realize that you don't even be thinking about work. You're having so much fun and you appreciate those times too and those memories. Yeah, that's how I feel.
And we have a really nice friend circle
Recently,
so
like it's breathtaking.
That helps a lot.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a breath of fresh air when you link up and play some games or whatever you do.
So the last question, how do we face challenges together? we vent about it first.
Yeah. And cuss.
And cuss about it.
Yeah.
Then why life officer hard? This can't be it.
No, this cannot be it. Like, me never just come here for life so hard. Like, me tell you, no, and whatever, and then.
So yeah, we vent and we talk about
You
it.
cuss like a human.
And then we try to find solutions. We do this thing every now and then where we have family meeting. Shanice always laugh at me when I talk about it because I did come with this thing. Babe, let's have the family meeting.
And the family meeting is just Debbie and I, by the way.
Yes.
We have our little family book. And yeah, Debbie makes this thing a whole thing. She come with our book, our pen, and the meeting is adjourned, guys. And I have to second it. And I'm the only person here.
She has to second it. We call to order this.
Yes,
meeting.
literally. And I'm like,
we'll
babe,
be doing
alright,
that.
work mode off, please. Like, you know, get back to the family meeting vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do that.
We do that. We have these meetings and we make like a list of our goals. And yeah, my wine finishing too. It's nice. I try
It's
to
so
pace
good.
myself.
Thanks, Jody.
Yeah, pick up Jody. So yeah, we try to make goals and then see, because sometimes in life you feel like maybe you're not achieving what you set out to achieve. You have a challenge and it make you feel stuck or it make you feel behind. So we write down stuff and we have these meetings and we go back and we look back to see what we had set and where we are and things like that. But yeah, that's what we do. We support each other.
We do. We support each other like a lot. A lot.
Right. So if like you're not 100 or if you're not 50, you know, we try to balance each other out. So if Shanice is having a bad time, I try to support her in the best way I can. If I am not doing so well, Shanice is like the strength. If I don't feel like washing the dishes, Shanice will wash the dishes. And sometimes I will. So like balancing things like that whenever we're having challenges and whenever we're down. And encouraging each other.
I feel like we have been each other's like biggest support. Like a support system for each other. Like we lean on each other a lot. And you know, like you think about it and you're like, what happens when both of you are down at the same time?
Yeah.
Like what happens in that time? And
I think what happened? Why sometimes we just lay down, you know.
yeah,
and
in that
sleep.
time I feel like when we are both feeling some type of way, it's like we just lay there in the bed or in the couch and it's either Debbie will watch her show and I watch my show, but we're just still sitting down together or laying down together, but we're doing two different things, which is watching two different shows. The shows that keeps her calm and the shows that keeps me calm.
Or we do things that like the things that make you feel you.
Yeah.
So you may link up with a old friend and you know they go for brunch or something like that, or I will go for a run, or go see a movie, something like that.
I don't know. I feel like you see, I have friends that I'm meeting like from sixth form and like in Cuba, but you see when you go out with your friends from like high school, grade 7, first form, it's like you just remember, you just feel like we're adults now, but it's like we're like sisters, we're like family. That's how I felt when I went out with Ren. It's like it felt so good to know that you know this person for so long.
It's grounding. It kind of remind you of you.
Yeah.
In a sense.
So and those things kind of help. So yeah. Well, that
is all.
That's all.
The last question.
Well, guys, if you have any more questions that you would like for us to answer and you'd like for us to do a part 2 of this couples tag, you can send us a message on Instagram at ShansDevs, or you can leave it right here in the comments on YouTube. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Guys, don't forget to follow us on TikTok. It's ShansDevs. Subscribe to the channel. If you make it to this far in the video, you can definitely subscribe. Okay. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Love y'all. Bye.